This is Carl at National RV Detroit. I'm going to walk you through this 2022 Puma travel trailer, model 25 BHFQ. Okay, so this is not a floor plan video or sales video, it's more of a how-to video. I'm just going to show you some of the features and how they work, okay? So, let's see here. So we have power stabilizers, as you can see. Extend and retract. One switch controls both of the rear stabilizers, and then there's another switch up front that controls both of the front. Let me walk around here and look at this for a quick second. See what I can see over here. Yeah, so you can see there's a shaft with a pin through it on it right there on the off-door side. That means you can actually operate these manually if you needed to. So you can crank it manually and get yourself out of trouble if you have to. Let me look up here real quick. I guess I should have done this first, huh? Yeah, they actually give you the crank for that. Let me see here. Okay, so that would be this long one right here. You can see it's got a cylinder with a slot cut in it. That fits right over the shaft with a pin through it. So you can actually get yourself out of trouble by manually cranking them. Also, while we're talking about cranks, this is a 3/4 inch here, right there. That one this is a power tongue jack. You can actually operate the power tongue jack manually if it happens to fail by pulling this rubber plug off. And it's got a 3/4 inch hex in there, and you just put the crank on there and crank it. You could also use the drill with a 3/4 inch 6-point socket if you wanted to, but either way you can crank it manually too. Okay, so let's see where we're at here. This has a quick connect for the LP system if you want to add a grill or a griddle. That's right there. Hopefully you can see that. See the yellow rubber plug for it to keep the dirt out of it. You have a power awning with LED strip, outside speakers. Now, this is a black tank flush. After you dump your black tank, you're at the valves are on the other side, but after you dump your black tank, you can use the hose at the dump station, screw it on here and turn it on, and it'll actually spray out your black tank, clean off the sensors, that sort of thing. But like it says on this sticker, always make sure that the valves are open, or the valve is open before you turn on the water. You don't want too much pressure to build up in there. Alright, so of course the legs on your steps, you can operate those manually, independent of each other I should say, depending on what terrain you're on. Let's see what we have here. Okay, so we have a refrigerator. Here, let me see if I can lock this up here. Hold on. Excuse my camera work. There we go. Okay, so you have a small refrigerator. It works on AC power, I believe. Yes, yes. And this is a griddle right here. You can see this is your LP hose. Remember I showed you the quick connect on the over there on the other side? Well, this is a hose with for the quick connect for this griddle here. You see it's got the female quick connect and then the male on this side. Let's get this out of the way here. Now, see if this locks into place. Oh, there we go. It's over here. Okay, there we go. So, this one, let me see what's what here. Give me a second to decide what we're doing here. Okay, so you can plug the hose into the back of this, and then down here there's going to be another LP quick connect to hook it up to. So there's a second one there. So this has to be plugged in also to the LP. All right. This is a range hood for the vent. Let me say that again. This is the vent for the range hood fan. So if you're going to be venting, you want to vent to the outside, you have to make sure that baffle in there is open. You just push it up and down with your finger to open and close it, but make sure you open it up before you vent so the smoke and heat and everything will go outside. So when you're venting, you want that open, otherwise you can just keep it shut. This is a quick connect for a sprayer here, for a water sprayer. This is a TV mounting bracket, and you have power here, plus signal out here. Oops, I'm sorry. Sorry about my camera work. Therefore, you can hang a TV outside here. There's the switch for the 2 front stabilizers. This is the hose that goes into your quick connect water hook up there. So you have the black hose, and then you get a spray nozzle with it too. While we're here, that's your dump hose right there. Obviously that's the tire cover there. Now this right here is just, if you wanted to add a solar battery charger, which is like a portable kit, it's just a solar panel that folds up. You would plug it in right here to charge your battery. You can purchase one. This one's made by Go Power, so I'm sure that plug right there is designed to go with their type of plug for their solar panels. So just make sure if you were to buy it, you want one that will plug into there, because there's several different kinds. All right, power tongue jack, 2 LP tanks, deep cycle marine battery, and the kill switch for the battery. You can shut the battery off if you choose to, just by turning the key. Okay, let's see what we got here. Just the other side of it. You have a 50 amp power cord, right? And we give you a reducer to reduce it down to 30, right? And we also give you another one to reduce it down to 20. That's this one here. So you can actually plug it in at home. You can't run the air conditioner off a 20 amp service, but you can run everything else. Okay, this is the fresh water tank fill. The most common way to get water to the trailer is through your city water hookup. That's generally what you're going to use. But if you happen to be camping somewhere that does not have plumbing on the campsite, like some of the older state parks in Michigan, you have a fill station when you first go in, for example. You can pre-fill your fresh water tank right here, and then you just use the onboard pump to pump the water. But if you have city water, you don't have to worry about that, obviously. There's your dump valves right here, all right? And there's probably more back here. Let me look real quick. So I get around the water here. Yeah, back towards the back. This is actually your toilet, your black tank, which is toilet water and waste, and then the gray one, which is sink and shower water. The one up front is a galley gray tank. So that's where you dump your galley tank, which is basically your kitchen sink usually. Okay. Okay. This is your water heater. So the thing to know is that there's a switch right here, a rocker switch on and off. That controls the electric heating element that's behind this cover. It works on 120, 110 to 120 AC, and there's a heating element behind there. That's how you turn it on and off. To light the gas burner, because it also will run on gas, the switch is inside. I'll show you that when we get in there. But keep in mind that switch is there. Never turn on the heating element when there's no water in the tank. You know, you don't want to do that because it'll burn out very quickly. One of the reasons there would be no water, let's say you went camping in the spring, and then you pulled your drain plug when you got back because you're not going anywhere till the fall. So you pull this out and drain the water out. You got to remember to fill it back up again before you use it. That's all. Going back to this drain, this takes 1 1/16 inch 6-point socket. It's got an anode rod attached to it, so it's long. But that's where you drain it from, right there. Okay. Alrighty. Let me move back here now. See what else we've got. That's the furnace vent right there. Okay, so this is your city water hookup here. This is the most common way to get water to the trailer, of course. This is just an outside shower. This is your 50 amp cord. That is the reducer down to 30 that I told you about, and then you got the other one in the pass-through compartment that'll reduce it down to a 20, like I stated. This has a it's pre-wired. It's pre-wired for a backup camera. If you wanted to get one, make sure you get the Furrion camera that fits in that housing. But it's already pre-wired. And you get a ladder with it, which is great because you can access your roof very easily or have someone else do it. The manufacturer states you should inspect the roof every 90 days. So you want to look at the sealant for cracking and separation, make sure no water can get in anywhere. You want to look at the roofing attachments and roofing material, make sure they weren't damaged by low branches or road debris flipping out there or anything like that. Odds are you won't have to do anything for a long, long time, but that's why you inspect it, just to make sure. So make sure you do that regularly. Okay, so let's go inside here. Okay. Let's see what we've got. Okay, it's kind of different. Okay, so we'll go this way. First of all, you have your control panel. This should be removed. It's not winterized anymore. It's in camping mode, but we'll take care of that. You check your levels here. Fresh water, black water. You only have 2 gray tanks. You have the gray tank that goes with the sink and shower in the bathroom, and then the other gray tank is the galley tank I showed you, which is just for your kitchen sink. So you have the third one is not used. Yeah. So okay, your water pump. If you're going to pump water out of the fresh water tank, it's right there. You also use that to winterize the trailer. To light your water heater on gas is right there. There's the fault switch for you, or fault light. Remember to turn on the electric, you use the switch outside. These are just lights here. Your slide out switch is right here, and your power awning switch is right here. Never leave the power awning out unattended. Always roll it in. You know, if you're not going to be at the campsite, you don't want it to get damaged by the weather. All right. This is a closet / pantry. Okay, so obviously you have a TV. That would be this remote right here. Then this next remote is for your sound right here. So I'll tell you a little bit about this. This one has Bluetooth, so you can stream wirelessly from your phone or tablet. It has AM/FM radio. All right. You have a USB drive, so you can put all your albums on one USB stick and take them with you. For example, this HDMI here with the rubber plug in it, that's an in. So if you want to go, let's say you had a portable Blu-ray player and you wanted to go into the system with it, you go right there with an HDMI cable. It has 2 speaker zones, 1 and 2. 1 is inside the trailer, 2 is outside the trailer. So you have that. Alright, so then you have your fireplace. This is the remote for the fireplace. So let me get down here so we can see it. Okay. Alright, let me see here. So that's low. If you can read that, that's the fan speed. It's also a really good space heater. That's a fan speed. High. Okay. You can also, let me see what else we have here. You can change the color of the flame. Right? You can change the color of the crystals. Okay. It also has a timer on it, so you can set it to turn on and turn off when you want it to. So it does all that. It's a really good space heater. So keep in mind on those. You know, you only have a limited supply of LP gas, but generally you've got endless supply of electricity, as so to speak. And so if it's a morning or an evening where you don't quite need to use the furnace, you can just use campground electricity and save your LP for another day. So there we go. Okay. All right. Move down a little farther. This is a microwave, obviously. Works like any other one. This is your range hood fan that I told you about. Turn the fan on right there. Now remember, if you're going to use this, you want to open the baffle outside on the vent so it vents to the outside. You also get light here. Your range. Always keep the glass cover closed when you're traveling. I don't know if he's got the gas on. If not, I'll just talk you through it. I'm not going to go over there and turn it on, but actually it is off. That was the last of it in there. Yeah. So anyway, you light this by sparking it. Let me say this again. To spark this, you turn it clockwise, right? So you got 3 burners and 3 knobs, right? You just turn them on and spark it. Now, this last one here is for the oven. Now the oven has a pilot light all the way to the back at the bottom. Okay, you can see it sparking back there maybe. Right. So what you do is you go to the picture of the flame, which is pilot light. You depress it and you keep it depressed. You spark with the other hand till the pilot light down here lights. After it lights, you're still holding that in, depressing it. You let it go for another 10 seconds until it heats up. Then you go to operating temperature, and it cycles as an oven does. But when you shut it off, the flame goes out, obviously, but so does the pilot light. So you have to relight the pilot light each time you use the oven. You also have a light here. Okay. Close this so I don't forget. Your keys are right here. This is your thermostat. You're just going to worry about the mode button basically. You just light it up by hitting it once, and there's fan, there's cool, which is air conditioning, furnace, off. When it comes to fan speed, if they give you an option, always use auto. And there's your thermostat for up and down temperature. So it controls both heating and cooling. Your refrigerator is a 12 volt DC compressor refrigerator, so it runs off 12 volt. Make sure you always keep this latch so you don't dent your doors. Let me look around here, see where the power converter is. Oh, it's back here. Okay, let me come back here. Get some light going. Okay, so this is your power converter right here. So this converts AC to DC power. So when you're plugged in, let me see if I can get this to open right here. There we go. It's starting. There we go. I pushed every side but the right one. So right here you have 110 AC circuit breakers, just like you'd see at home, and they're all labeled, right? That's the AC side. Then the power is converted to 12 volt DC, right? You can see you got 12 volt fuses here. So that's where the 12 volt comes from when you're plugged in. It's also a battery tender, so as long as you're plugged in, it's going to be charging your battery also. So it converts AC to DC power, and it also charges your battery. Of course, when you're pulling this down the road, your tow vehicle's alternator will be charging the battery, so it should always be charged up there. Okay, so that's the power converter. This anytime you see this stuff, it just comes off. Just peel it off when you're ready to do that. Okay. You can take the poles off the bottom here and drop the tabletop onto these 3 or actually 5 cleats down here, and turn this into a bed if you want to. We'll go up this way. We also have more TV hookups here, signal and power. Now there's a backing plate here, so you can put a bracket there if you want to. You have a wardrobe, or actually it's not, it's more of shelving. There's storage underneath the bed, so you can pull it up, and there's some storage there. This is your escape window, your emergency window. So all you do is you go like this, you push it all the way open, right? But you push that all the way through, then you grab a hold of the red tab, and you pull out the screen, and you can exit in an emergency. There's also one at the very back of the trailer too, in the back room here. Let me walk back there. Yeah, so you have another one here. Okay, another TV hookup here. Now this couch will jackknife flat into a bed, right? So you got an extra bed there, and this, you can see these plates here. There's one on each side. This will actually fold up, and you can lock it into place just like that. So it's out of your way when you're just sitting here watching TV, right? Or just sitting there doing whatever you're doing. The bathroom sink and shower work like any other sink and shower. This is a GFCI here. Remember, all the plugs in the trailer are wired through a GFCI, including the one on the outside. So if one pops, you're going to reset it right here, for example. The toilet is an RV toilet, so it sits right over the black tank. Right. This is a flush pedal right here. Whoops, flush pedal right there. The water's not hooked up, so that's why nothing's coming out. But directly below is the black tank. So the thing to remember is you always have to have chemical and water in the black tank when you start using. So you pull into the campground, you level your trailer, hook up the power and the water, that sort of thing. Then you come inside and you dump 1 dose of chemical in the bowl. Then you step on the pedal, push it all the way down, and let about a gallon of water flow into the black tank, at least a gallon. Some people use more, it's up to you. But you have to have chemical and water in there before you start using it, or else the smell will be overwhelming and it can get clogged up. So you never use it with a dry black tank, okay? Alright, you have a vent here, of course, a little skylight. Let me see what else we have. This is your packet with all of your stuff in here, all of your literature that goes along with the trailer. And the usual kitchen stuff here. Okay. Alright, so I think that covers it. Let me just look around real quick to make sure I didn't forget anything. I think we've got it. Both your slide outs are out right now. When you bring them in, make sure there's no obstructions. You don't want to crunch anything. Okay? Okay, so thank you for purchasing. Oh, one more thing. See? I knew there's another thing. This device right here is your carbon monoxide and LP gas detector. It should always be green like it is. If the LED is not green, you get it serviced. Also, if it, well, let's say if it goes off, you take everybody outside, leave the door open, shut the gas off at the front, figure out what's going on, okay? If it starts to beep very slowly, the same tone but very slowly, it's telling you your battery's low. So here we go. LP is good, carbon dioxide test coming up. There you go, and then your low battery alert. And back to green. It should always be green. If it's not, get it serviced, okay? Okay, so now I want to thank you for purchasing your trailer here at National RV Detroit. Please remember what I said about inspecting the roof. That's important. The manufacturer says every 90 days. So you're going to go up there or have someone else go up there, look around. Odds are you won't have to do anything for a long time, but you're just making sure. That way you can stay ahead of it, and you're protecting your investment too, so it's an important thing. And right now this is de-winterized. Antifreeze has been purged from the system, replaced with fresh water, and the water heater tank is filled also, so it's ready to go. Okay, thank you.